Hello, hello. So my name is Brooke Oakes, and I am here to talk to you a little bit today about 5 business motivation techniques to help you stay on track and distraction free so you can get things done in your business, even with a busy lifestyle, right? It's what we all want. So if you have been on here before, welcome. And if this is your first time, welcome as well. I help entrepreneurs discover their strengths and develop their strengths so that they can build a business that allows them to create a lifestyle that they love. And a lot of that has to do with the tasks that you are doing on a daily basis. You know, you've got a lot of things going on in your life. You don't need to let things get in the way of each other. You know, if you're doing things with your family, you want to have that as family time. If you're doing things with your friends, or even just for yourself, having some relaxation time, you don't want things to get in the way. Well, the same thing goes for when you're working on things for your business, right? So I want to give you some tips that have helped me stay on track when I need to be doing work. And the key is when you need to be doing work, because you do not need to be glued to your phone and you do not need to be glued to your computer. So first, for number 1, you need to know your goal. So the goal that you are setting, look first at the year. What is it that you need for the entire year that you want to accomplish? What is your vision that you would like to have done and created by the end of the year? Now, to get there, what do you need to do each month? So you're going to look at, to break it down month by month by month to build up to that goal. Now, within that, you also need to look at weekly goals, because your weekly goals are going to help you reach your monthly goals, and your monthly goals are going to help you reach your yearly goals, right? So it's all going to add up and add together, and I suggest that you use a planner. I am a crazy person when it comes to planners and notebooks and stationery, and I use all the things. Writing things down is the simplest way you can stay on track, right? So this is my planner. I just use the Clever Fox planner. It's got 3 sections. One is a monthly section, one is a weekly section, and then there's a note section, so I can write down things when I'm on the go and don't have to have separate notebooks with me. And I will go and I will, on every Sunday, I go and I create my plan for the week, right? So, and then within that weekly plan, you've got your daily activities that you need to get done, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. So number 2, what tasks do you need to do to accomplish that goal? So this is where your monthly and your weekly plans and your daily plans come into play, right? So you've got your monthly goal, you've written it down in your planner, what you want to accomplish, what do you need to do each week to get there, and what do you need to do each day to get there. So you're going to go through and you're going to write down, what do you want to have accomplished by the end of the week, and then what do you need to do to accomplish that each day, right? So what tasks you specifically need to do. So tip number 3 is planning out what you need to do. So you know what your goals are for the year, the month, the week, and the day. Now you need to plan those goals out. Write out specifically, what tasks do you need to do? Do you need to be creating blog posts? Do you need to be creating videos? Do you need to be messaging or talking with people? Following up with people? What specific tasks do you need to be doing in order to reach your goal, right? And that can get a little tricky. So tip number 4 is to time block. Think about when you can fit in specific activities, right? So time blocking for me is super helpful because I know where I have to be, when I have to be, and it allows me to focus on that this is the task I'm working on and I am doing it at this time. So for example, I've got a morning routine, and that morning routine allows me to stay on track because I have specific things that I do, and I'll actually include in your freebie for this week a post about what my morning routine actually is, and you can adjust it to your own style or just borrow tips and ideas from it. But essentially, I have a morning routine that allows me time for myself, time for my business, and time for my animals. And then the afternoon, it's the same thing. I make specific time where I say, this is what I'm doing, and I'm not doing anything else. And then it'll be the same thing at night. So generally, I have 3 times a day that I pop on for, I don't know, half an hour to an hour. It's not a ton of time. Sometimes it's less. My afternoons, a lot of times, it'll cut down to 10 minutes. So it's not like you're spending a ton of time, but you're going to be intentional with the activities that you need to do. So if you know an activity is quick and little, you can fit that in when you're running it on the go. If you know it's a bigger activity, you know you're going to have to pick a time that you have time to sit there and do it, right? So be intentional with your time blocking and say, what can I fit in at this time when I'm not doing something else? And that's super helpful for me personally, because then I can just go ahead and check off what it is that I'm doing. So tip number 5 is to create a checklist where you can actually go in and after you complete each activity for the day, cross it off. And by the end of the day, when all your activities are crossed off, it's so fulfilling. It takes about 30 days to develop a habit. So I would suggest trying it for 40 days and seeing how it works for you so you can get into a routine, find what fits into your schedule instead of you trying to fit your schedule into your business, right? It's all about creating a business that allows you to have a lifestyle that you love, not a lifestyle to create anything else. So be intentional with your time and use that checklist, use your planners, use journals, write things down instead of trying to remember them. So I will include in this post your freebie of my miracle morning routine that helps me get started, and I will give you some other tips that help me plan out my week and my days as well. So think about this. This is your action step. What is one big thing for this week that you can do to accomplish your goals? So go ahead and get started. Write that down. What is it that will help you get this launched? What is it that will help you get on the path of whatever it is that you're trying to do? Go ahead, write that down, and get started. And I will talk to you later.